Did you know the U.S. federal minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour? This rate has remained unchanged since 2009, marking over a decade without an increase. The federal minimum wage acts as a nationwide floor, establishing the lowest legal pay rate for most workers across the country. It sets a baseline that employers must adhere to. Working full time hours at $7.25 an hour translates to an annual income of approximately $15,000 before taxes. This figure highlights the yearly earnings at the current federal rate. While prices for goods and services have steadily increased over the years, the federal minimum wage floor has remained stagnant. Consequently, its real buying power has significantly diminished. There are substantial differences in minimum wage rates across U.S. states, with some states paying more than double the federal minimum. This creates a varied economic landscape nationwide. In states such as Texas or Alabama, many workers continue to earn the basic $7.25 rate. These regions often adhere strictly to the federal minimum wage standard. Minimum wage jobs are not exclusively held by teenagers. Many adults work full-time at these rates. This highlights the demographic breadth of minimum wage earners. Attempting to cover essential expenses like rent, food, and health insurance on such an income proves challenging, particularly in expensive urban centers. The financial strain is significant. The primary argument for increasing the minimum wage is straightforward. Full-time employment should not condemn individuals to live in poverty. It advocates for a living wage. Critics, however, expressed concern that a substantial increase in the minimum wage could lead to reduced hiring and place significant financial pressure on small businesses. They worry about economic repercussions. Major cities like Seattle or San Francisco have already implemented local minimum wages of $15 or more per hour. These urban centers lead the way in higher wage standards. In Congress, legislative proposals to raise the federal minimum wage are frequently introduced. But reaching a consensus and passing these deals remains a significant challenge. Political debate continues. On social media platforms, headlines proclaiming a higher minimum wage often refer specifically to changes within a single city or state rather than a federal mandate. This can be misleading. Therefore, it's crucial to always inquire whether a reported change is a federal adjustment or merely a local regulation applicable to a specific part of the country. Context is key. Research indicates that implementing higher minimum wages can effectively reduce poverty rates and decrease income inequality for low-income workers. These policies have tangible positive impacts. Despite these findings, small business owners frequently pose a critical question. Can my establishment, whether a shop or a cafe, genuinely afford to pay higher wages? Their concerns are valid. When compared internationally, the U.S. federal minimum wage notably lags behind those of many other advanced economies. This places the U.S. at a lower standing globally. When encountering news about minimum wage increases, it's essential to verify key details, where the change applies, from when it takes effect, and which specific group of workers it impacts. Always check the specifics. Today's America presents a landscape where the compensation for the same type of work can vary significantly depending on the state where it is performed. Geographical location plays a major role. Therefore, the fundamental question remains: what specific level of minimum wage can be considered fair and equitable for both the hardworking employees and the businesses that employ them? This complex issue requires careful consideration.